Hey guys, I'm here with the new Doomsday challenge for The Sims 4. I do have Jesse and Lucas Masters here. I'm going to go ahead and just read the rules. So basically the setup, the virus, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing. And in the next video, I'm actually going to start the gameplay. So if you want to know more about what I'm using, or if you have some questions about the rules, just go ahead and comment down below and I'll try to answer any questions you guys have. So starting here with the setup, I will be putting all the links down below. So you start out with as many Sims as you would like. I'm starting off with 2. They all have to be young adult and human. If you have get to work or vampires, I don't have the vampires, so I don't really have to worry about any of those rules. You can have kids later on if you would like, which I will. Just keep in mind that traits cannot be repeated in the household. If you get down to it, traits can be repeated as long as they've been used once before or the unused traits conflict with each other. So basically, you can't reuse the traits unless they're really your only option. So I have 2 Sims here, so obviously we don't really have any conflicts here. I do have each of them with distinct traits. I have Lucas here with good, neat, and self-assured, and Jesse with active, family-oriented, and cheerful. And I will be keeping track of their traits, so if and when they have children throughout the challenge, I can make sure that their traits are unique and they don't repeat. So I'm just keeping track of the day-to-day events that happen throughout the challenge on an Excel spreadsheet. I'm also keeping track of the virus status, whether they are immune or not, and their traits, just to make sure that I don't repeat any of that. Move them into any lot in Oasis Springs. It can be a pre-existing house or an empty lot. For those who choose an empty lot, here's a heads up. You won't be staying there, so don't invest a lot of time in building. I recommend downloading a house from the gallery or moving into a pre-existing house. You can use the free real estate cheat if you would like. You can start off with as much money as you would like. No, you are not reading this wrong. Just make sure you have at least a couple thousand on hand. So I really took this this rule to heart. I love it. I do have definitely more than a few thousand simoleons on hand here for my Sims. I did just get this slot off the gallery and I just made a few minor adjustments to make things a little more convenient for me. Like I added this bathroom next to the gym just because I wanted them to just be able to shower quickly, not have to travel very far, save a little bit of time there. And I added a little garden here. Few minor tweaks. I bought some candles and things like that. Other than that, this is just pretty much something I downloaded, so I recommend you guys do something similar. It's just simple. I don't really have a 20-sided, I don't have 20-sided dice lying around, so that's just the easiest thing for me. You guys can use whatever's convenient for you guys. For the threshold, it will go up every couple of days, whatever that number is. You must get over that number to survive. If you roll a number under the threshold, you must roll again to see if the Sim survived. You know, too big of a production to have to get rid of a Sim. I just want to get it over with. The original challenge, it does a pretty good job of explaining how the virus works. So I'm just going to read it really quick to hopefully, help everyone understand how it works. So it says each countdown event will have a virus threshold. So for example, if it says T12 threshold 5, if it says T12 threshold 5 and your Sim has to make a roll, a 5 or below means the Sim is infected. If the Sim gets the virus, a second roll of 1 through 20 is required. The base score to beat is 12, meaning a 12 or below and the Sim dies from the virus. For every point of athletic skill, subtract 1 from the requirement. Here's a scenario. It's day 55 and my Sim starts feeling ill. The virus threshold is only at 1 that day. So I do my roll of 1 through 20 and damn if it isn't a 1 and she contracts the T12 virus. Now I have to roll again. Over the past 5 days, I've raised my athletic skill to 4. Since the base score to beat is 12, I subtract 4, making my new score an 8. I roll my dice and get a 9. My Sim survives, barely. here's the good news. Once a sim contracts the virus, fails the first roll, and recovers from it, passes on the second roll, they are immune and are not required to make any virus checks until a new strand comes out in the countdown. So this is a pretty good job, I feel, of explaining. So basically the first roll depends on what the threshold for that day is, and the second roll is just, you just have to be 12, and you can subtract whatever your athletic is from it. So max of 10. So basically you'd have to be a score of 2 in order to survive. So it makes your chances of survival a lot higher. So hopefully, that answers or that, clears up any confusion. If you guys do have questions, just again comment down below and I'll try to answer as best as I can. Some random last minute notes. You can keep or sell any collectibles. Oh wait, did I skip anything? Hold on. Let me go back and make sure. Oh no, yeah, okay. I'm good. Okay, so random last minute notes. You can keep or sell any collectibles or plants you find. Just remember, you can leave your lot to go collecting when you cannot leave your lot to go collecting when it's not leisure hours. If you want an extra challenge, don't read ahead through the countdown. If you do, just make the choice that you would make in that situation regardless of the outcome. So because I did do this challenge for The Sims 3, I didn't finish it. So I only read as far as I got in the last challenge. So I didn't really read ahead of that section. So I don't really know what comes after that. So I think I'm good. Moving on. If a rule changes during your challenge, you have the option to keep the old rule or go with the new one. For example, if the rule about food changes, it probably will. Depending on where you are in the challenge, you can keep or change the rule in your challenge. No ordering pizza, maid service, repair service, gardening service, or anything of that nature. You don't want strangers coming into your house that could be infected. All babies born must be home birthed via the bassinet. The hospital is too busy with virus patients to deliver your baby. The rest here is just if you have that vampire expansion, which I do not yet. So moving on to the countdown. This will take 40 days. All of your original Sims young adult and adult life if they make it that far. There will be an event almost every other day. Sims are free to do whatever they like, but they must stay in their home lot and roll if something from the above happens. So that is all the prep for this challenge. Again, here are my 2 Sims, the house. I don't know if I showed you guys the upstairs, but here's the upstairs. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. I will be, again, adding all the links in the description. And in the next video, I will be starting the challenge and reading the, day 40 of the countdown. And we'll go ahead and start there. So thank you guys for joining, and I hope you guys enjoy this challenge, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.